As the Starks never said in Game of Thrones, spring is coming. And before this place leaps into life, with myriad plants bursting forth everywhere, we need to make the most of the last bit of winter to clear, trim, maintain and generally get ready. Because whether it's stuff we want to grow, or stuff that just does, nature's epic symphony is ready to play, and the orchestra is just tuning up. Welcome to Learning the Good Life. This place is 8 acres all told, so it's a lot to keep on top of. None of it's that manicured, but it takes a lot of work to get it even to this point. So off we go. First job, the steps up from the orchard to the house. This is how they looked when we first moved in, and this is how they look now. So let's go. Okay, it's another day, another job, for which we're going to need this guy. We're also going to need this guy. And just because I'm a bit paranoid about using chemicals, I'm also going to take a couple of these guys to wear under my main gloves. And you probably guessed, we're going to be doing some spraying. So the previous owners had left some buckets of what I think is a type 1 MOT hardcore, or type 2 or type 3, I don't know, let me know. It's kind of like a pea gravel, it's really handy for the paths. So this is just the last of it. Not quite enough, but it's better than it was, much less muddy. I think I should probably come back to this path, but that's much better than it was. So I count that as another job finished. Now, it's time to get on with the veg patch in the garden. It used to look like this. It was a beautiful flower bed, lots of nice things growing, but we decided we wanted to grow veg there, so we turned it into this. And it grew loads of stuff. Brilliant potatoes, yummy. We're going to do that again, so it needs getting ready. Time to mulch the beds. Some of you might be thinking it's a shame we dug up that big flower bed and made it look like this, but I don't know, we like the rustic charm of it, and it's a productive, functional space that is going to give us food for our family. And we've got plenty of other flower beds, but this is the kitchen garden, so called for a reason. Anyway, everything's looking pretty good, weed free. We've got lots of weed suppressant and cardboard down. So if we go through here, this is the Archway Field, because you go through an archway of pine to get into it. You didn't see it on camera, but while I was doing the rest of that work in the kitchen garden, Becky was beavering away here and clearing all the bramble and weeds and nasty stuff. Here we are just clearing it up. And she's opened up this little rough area here. And there are some basically weeds that have grown into shrubs that are growing into trees. We're going to clear some of them. There's a buddleia here, which obviously it looks pretty, but it gets in the way of the footpath. Don't know what that is. That's broom. Those three are going to go. This one's going to stay. So we're just going to clear this area back to grass so it can be mowed, and then that's going to open that up a lot. This is the archway back through here. That's all going to stay, and everything's sort of looking how we want it to now. It's just staying on top of it, ready for spring. And I think it's important with all these jobs and everything just to take a step back and remember why it is we moved here, and that's to enjoy its breathtaking beauty. And yes, there's a lot to stay on top of and there's a lot to do, but we do have friends who can help us. This is our next door neighbour, who's an award-winning sustainable farmer, and he came with his tractor and topped this rough area down here for us. And this is our little ice rink. It drains down here. One day what we'd love to do is dig out this and make it into a permanent feature, a permanent lake, lined and everything, with a drain going into the burn. But that's a job for the future. Lots and lots of things to plan for the future here, but in the meantime, if you've got a job to do this weekend in your garden, just remember why you're doing it. It's to make it more beautiful and to enjoy a bit of nature. See you next time on Learning the Good Life.